You're about to hear something most car dealers hope you never figure out. Right now, sitting quietly on used car lots across the country, there are SUVs that can run 300,000 miles, handle snow and rain without breaking a sweat, and cost thousands less than the usual Honda and Toyota favorites, and almost nobody wants them, not because they're bad. Not because they're unreliable, but because most buyers don't even realize how good they are. Today I'm walking you through 5 all-wheel drive SUVs that are criminally overlooked. 3 of them are absolute steals. 1 is a near luxury secret. And at the end, I'll share a premium bonus pick for anyone who wants bulletproof reliability wrapped in serious comfort. If you care more about long-term durability than flashy badges, this is going to save you a lot of money. Let's start with a vehicle that almost no one brags about, yet quietly outperforms expectations year after year. First up is the Mitsubishi Outlander GT, specifically the 2013 through 2021 models, but here's the key detail that makes all the difference. You must choose the 3.0-liter V6 paired with the 6-speed automatic transmission. Do not go for the 2.4-liter 4-cylinder. That smaller engine has known oil consumption problems that can turn ownership into a headache. The V6, on the other hand, is a completely different story. The 3.0-liter V6 is smooth, strong, and proven. Paired with a traditional 6-speed automatic, not a problematic CVT, it delivers consistent power and long-term durability. Owners who keep up with basic maintenance regularly report extremely high mileage with minimal issues. No drama, no expensive surprises, just steady, dependable performance. Here's where the opportunity comes in. Mitsubishi as a brand doesn't command the same respect as Honda or Toyota. Over the years, their reputation cooled off, and resale values dropped. That works in your favor, because while people chase RAV4s and CR-Vs and drive the prices sky high, these V6 Outlanders sit on lots priced thousands less. From 2016 onward, the third-generation models improved even further. The interiors became more refined. Build quality stepped up. Road noise was reduced, but the core mechanical formula stayed strong. The same durable V6, the same straightforward automatic transmission, the same all-wheel drive capability ready for winter roads. Another important detail is engine design. These pre-2022 Outlanders use timing chains instead of timing belts, which means no expensive belt replacement service hanging over your head. They also use port fuel injection instead of direct injection, so you avoid the carbon buildup issues that plague many modern engines. That means fewer long-term maintenance concerns and lower ownership costs. Mitsubishi also offered one of the longest warranties in the industry, 10 years or 100,000 miles for the powertrain. Companies do not offer warranties like that unless they have confidence in what they are building. That alone should tell you something. Why does it get ignored? Simple. Brand perception. People stopped paying attention. Why is it a goldmine? Because you are getting a durable V6 engine, real all-wheel drive, available third-row seating, and bargain pricing in one package. If you need a budget-friendly 3-row SUV that can handle bad weather and keep running for years, this is one of the smartest buys out there. Now let's move to something with a much stronger reputation, but still surprisingly undervalued in a specific window of years. The Honda Passport from 2019 to 2021 is essentially a 2-row version of the larger Pilot. And that is actually a very good thing. Under the hood is Honda's 3.5-liter V6, producing around 280 horsepower. This engine family has powered Honda's larger vehicles for decades. It is naturally aspirated, meaning no turbochargers to fail, no added complexity, and fewer expensive parts to worry about long-term. These particular model years are important because they use the 9-speed automatic transmission after earlier software and reliability issues had been largely resolved. When properly maintained, especially with transmission fluid changes every 30 to 40,000 miles, this setup has proven to be dependable. The Passport is ideal for buyers who want space and capability, but do not need a third row. It offers strong towing capacity, solid ground clearance, and a confident all-wheel drive system. It is practical without being oversized. And because it does not carry the same hype as the CR-V, you can often find better deals compared to similar Hondas. The 3.5-liter V6 is known for smooth power delivery and long-term durability. With regular oil changes and basic care, these engines commonly reach very high mileage. And since it is naturally aspirated, you avoid the long-term wear concerns that can come with turbocharged engines running higher pressures and temperatures. So why does the Passport get overlooked? Because buyers either go smaller with the CR-V or larger with the Pilot. The Passport sits in the middle, quietly doing everything well without drawing much attention. That lack of spotlight can translate into better pricing on the used market. When you combine proven V6 reliability, all-wheel drive capability, solid resale value and practical size, the 2019 to 2021 Passport becomes a smart long-term choice, especially if you want Honda dependability without paying top dollar for the most popular models. Now let's talk about a small SUV that almost no one puts on their shopping list, yet quietly delivers years of reliable service with almost no complaints. The Mazda CX-3 from 2016 to 2022 is one of the simplest and most underrated compact crossovers you can buy. It rides on the same basic platform as the Mazda 2, which means lightweight design, straightforward engineering, and fewer complicated systems that can fail over time. And when it comes to long-term ownership, simple is usually better. Under the hood is Mazda S2.0-liter Skyactiv G4-cylinder engine paired with a traditional 6-speed automatic transmission. No CVT, no turbocharger, no hybrid system, just a naturally aspirated engine designed for efficiency and durability. This engine is known for running smoothly, delivering excellent fuel economy, and holding up extremely well with basic maintenance. On the highway, many owners report fuel economy in the low to mid-30s. For an all-wheel drive SUV, that is impressive. And because the vehicle is lightweight, the engine does not have to work as hard, which reduces wear over time. Mazda's Skyactiv technology focuses on higher compression ratios, efficient combustion, and strong internal components. The result is an engine that feels responsive while still being built to last. As long as oil changes are done on schedule and basic maintenance is followed, these engines have shown excellent long-term reliability. The 6-speed automatic transmission deserves attention too. It is not a CVT, which means you avoid the long-term durability concerns that some continuously variable transmissions have shown in other brands. Mazda's 6-speed has proven to be durable and smooth, especially when the transmission fluid is serviced periodically. Now there is a downside. The CX-3 is small, very small. Rear seat space is tight for adults, and cargo space is limited compared to larger compact SUVs. If you regularly haul passengers or large loads, this will not be the right vehicle for you. But if you are single, part of a couple, or simply want a reliable daily driver with all-wheel drive capability and great fuel efficiency, the CX-3 makes a strong case. It is easy to park, inexpensive to maintain, and surprisingly enjoyable to drive. Mazda has always focused on driving dynamics, and even this small crossover feels more engaging than many competitors. Another important improvement over older Mazdas is corrosion protection. In the early 2000s, Mazda struggled with rust issues in certain markets. They learned from that. By the time the CX-3 was released, rust protection had significantly improved, making these later models much more resilient in snowy climates where road salt is common. So why is the CX-3 overlooked? Because it is not as spacious as a Honda HR-V or Toyota CHR. Buyers looking for maximum practicality often skip it, but that works in your favor. Lower demand means lower prices. You can often find well-maintained examples for under $15,000, sometimes with relatively low mileage. For a modern all-wheel drive SUV that can easily last well beyond 200,000 miles, that is serious value. Now let's move to something larger, more comfortable, and built on one of the most durable automotive platforms ever produced. The first generation Toyota Venza from 2009 to 2015 is one of the most forgotten vehicles in Toyota Ace lineup, and that is surprising because mechanically it is extremely solid. It blends the comfort of a sedan with the utility of an SUV, making it ideal for families and commuters who want space without driving something oversized. The Venza was built on the same underlying architecture as the Camry of that era. That platform has a long history of durability. In fact, many people describe the Venza as Lexus-light because it shares mechanical similarities with certain Lexus models from the same period. That translates to smooth ride quality and long-term reliability. You had two engine choices, a 2.7-liter 4-cylinder and a 3.5-liter V6. Both engines are known for durability. The 4-cylinder is simple, efficient, and capable of extremely high mileage with regular oil changes. The V6 is even more impressive. Toyota's 3.5-liter V6 has a reputation for crossing 300,000 miles with little more than routine maintenance. The transmissions paired with these engines are traditional automatic units, not CVTs. They are smooth, predictable, and well proven. When serviced properly, they tend to last a very long time. Inside, the Venza feels more upscale than many vehicles in its price range. The seats are comfortable. The ride is quiet. The cabin materials hold up well over time, and because it was never a massive sales success, resale values remain surprisingly reasonable. Why did it fail in the market? It suffered from an identity problem. It was not quite a traditional SUV, not quite a wagon, not quite a crossover in the way buyers expected at the time. Toyota eventually discontinued it in 2015, and many people simply forgot about it. But that lack of popularity is exactly why it is such a strong used buy. You are essentially getting Camry-level mechanical reliability with more space and available all-wheel drive, often for similar money. Used Venzas are widely available, reasonably priced, and known to run for years without major mechanical drama. If you can find a V6 model with all-wheel drive and documented maintenance history, it is one of the safest bets in the used SUV market. Now we come to the SUV that consistently surprises people once they actually own it. It may not have the loudest reputation in the room, but in terms of balance, durability, and overall value, it stands at the top of this list. The Mazda CX-5 from 2013 to 2022 is one of the most well-rounded compact SUVs you can buy. It blends long-term reliability with driving enjoyment and a surprisingly premium interior feel. And unlike many competitors, it does this without relying on complicated turbo systems or fragile transmissions. The most dependable setup is the 2.5-liter Skyactiv G 4-cylinder engine paired with Mazda 6-speed automatic transmission. This engine is naturally aspirated, which immediately removes one major long-term risk factor. Turbochargers add performance, but they also add heat, pressure, and complexity. The standard 2.5-liter keeps things simple and durable. One of the smartest engineering decisions in this engine is the use of both port injection and direct injection. This dual injection system helps minimize carbon buildup on intake valves, which is a common problem in engines that rely only on direct injection. Over time, that design choice contributes to cleaner operation and better long-term reliability. Mazda's 6-speed automatic transmission is another strong point. It is not a CVT. It is not overly complicated. It shifts smoothly and has proven durable over years of real-world driving. With regular transmission fluid changes and consistent maintenance, owners frequently report very high mileage without major failures. In terms of longevity, many CX-5 owners have documented 200,000 to 250,000 miles with routine maintenance. Regular oil changes, typically around every 7,000 to 8,000 miles, along with basic fluid services, are usually all it takes to keep these vehicles running strong. But reliability is only part of the story. The CX-5 also feels more refined than many competitors in its price range. The steering is precise. The suspension strikes a balance between comfort and control. The interior materials, especially in later second-generation models from 2017 onward, feel closer to entry-level luxury than typical compact SUV standards. It looks good, drives well, and lasts a long time. That combination is rare. So why does it sometimes get overlooked? Because when buyers think reliability, they automatically think Honda or Toyota. Mazda often sits just outside that automatic shortlist. That hesitation creates opportunity. You can often find a CX-5 priced more attractively than comparable CR-V or RAV4 models, even though real-world reliability is extremely competitive. Whether you choose an earlier first-generation model from 2013 to 2016 or a refined second-generation version from 2017 to 2022, you are getting a compact SUV that delivers durability, all-wheel drive capability, and an upscale feel without the premium price tag. Now for the bonus pick. If you want luxury, comfort, and long-term dependability all in one package, this is where things get interesting. The Lexus RX 350 from 2016 to 2022 represents one of the safest luxury SUV purchases you can make. While many European competitors moved towards smaller turbocharged engines and increasingly complex electronics, Lexus stayed with a proven formula. Under the hood is a 3.5-liter naturally aspirated V6 engine known internally as the 2GR-FKS. This engine is part of a long-running V6 family that has powered countless Toyota and Lexus vehicles. It is smooth, powerful, and engineered for longevity. This generation of RX uses a dual injection system that combines both port and direct injection. That means improved efficiency, reduced carbon buildup, and strong performance across different driving conditions. It delivers quiet, effortless power without the stress that comes with high-boost turbo systems. Owners regularly report extremely high mileage with proper maintenance. 300,000 miles is not unusual for well-cared-for examples. And because Lexus prioritizes conservative engineering and long-term durability, the RX avoids many of the costly repair patterns seen in some competing luxury SUVs. The interior is quiet and comfortable, ride quality is smooth. Materials hold up well over time, and unlike some luxury brands where maintenance costs can spiral quickly, the RX tends to have relatively manageable long-term ownership expenses. Yes, it costs more upfront than the other vehicles on this list, but compared to European luxury SUVs that may depreciate heavily and carry expensive repair bills, the RX 350 often becomes the smarter financial decision over the long run. Why is it a goldmine? Because you are combining luxury-level comfort with Toyota-grade reliability, that combination is rare. And as more manufacturers move towards smaller turbocharged engines, this naturally aspirated V6 era is becoming increasingly valuable. So here is the big picture. These SUVs will not always grab attention in a parking lot. They may not be the trendiest choices, but they are built to last. They can handle bad weather with all-wheel drive. They can cross 200,000, even 300,000 miles with proper care. And most importantly, they cost significantly less than the usual high-demand options. If you shop carefully, verify maintenance history, and stick to the reliable engine and transmission combinations mentioned, you can save thousands up front and avoid major headaches later. Smart buyers look past brand hype. They look at engineering, long-term durability, and total cost of ownership. And when you do that, these SUVs stand out as some of the most underrated long-term investments on the road today.